dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. This is Power Grind Boxing. This is the wide world of boxing. I'm jumping on right now to ask you a question. Why did Kell Brook and Shawn Porter do a better job of fighting Terence Bud Crawford than Errol Spence Jr.? Now, Errol Spence Jr., he went over to Sheffield, England, and he broke the face, the other side of old boy, Kell Brook. He broke his face, right? Okay. He became a champion, right? Took his first strap. That's when it became strap season. So then he comes back to the United States. And then eventually he fights Shawn Porter. And then he takes that WBC strap. It's still strap season. Now, we know Shawn Porter was so durable. We know him as a durable fighter. Everybody that Shawn Porter faced, it was like a grueling bout. We knew Shawn Porter's style. We knew it. He was coming forward. He was a straight charger. He was going to do a couple of angles. You got what I'm saying? But he was going to be a hard charger. He was going to give you a fight. Now, boom. So now we call Shawn Porter, hey, he going to be a dog. So when the fight was announced that Shawn Porter was getting ready to fight, oh boy, Errol Spence Jr., we was like, yo, this going to be crazy. I don't know. I don't know how Errol gonna do it. He gonna have to box Shawn Porter. He gonna have to box. So what did Errol Spence do? He said, "Oh, you think that he a dog? You think that this guy a dog? Well, I'm gonna show you who a dog." Shawn Porter and Errol Spence Jr. got into that fight, and guess what? They were fighting in there. Errol Spence Jr. outdogged the dog. He beat the dog out of Shawn Porter. It was close. Yes, it was close. It was very competitive, but it was competitive because Errol Spence Jr. did not box with Shawn Porter. He didn't box with him. He said, Shawn Porter, you gonna try to bulldoze me? Oh, it ain't gonna be easy. Okay, well, I'm gonna outdog you. And that's what Spence did. He outdogged the dog in Shawn Porter. He beat the dog out of him. So Porter, he came in like a bulldog, but he left out of the ring like a baby pup. You got what I'm saying? Now, man, shouts out to Shawn Porter. This ain't no hating or nothing. But before the fight, on social media, everybody was like, yo, man, Porter, a dog. He always pushing forward. He gonna mangle Errol Spence Jr. That's what everybody was saying. And then what happened? He got outdogged. He got outworked. And even though Errol Spence Jr. was outdogging Shawn Porter, he was still landing the more crisp, the more accurate shots. His effective aggression was just so on point. It was like, wow. So now what's crazy, and it's being discussed right now on Facebook, it's crazy that when Kell Brook fought Terence Bud Crawford, he did a okay job, right? He still lost, right? But when you compared Kell Brook to Errol Spence Jr., it was different. Kell Brook looked way better against Crawford than Spence looked against Crawford. And I don't want to hear the styles make fights in this situation. I want you to think about what in the hell is going on. So now we saw Shawn Porter fight Bud Crawford. Now, from the first round to the time Shawn Porter got stopped, Shawn Porter looked completely, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he didn't look nothing like we saw Shawn Porter. Now, he was outboxing He was outboxing Crawford. Most people had him winning different rounds. They had him winning the rounds. Cool. But he was boxing so different. It was no effective aggression at all. He was outboxing Crawford. But he didn't look like nothing of the Shawn Porter that we thought was going to show up, or the Shawn Porter that we expected. We thought, hey, wow, this is going to... And then he had the Marvelous Marvin Hagler clothes on. We was like, oh, shit, this is going to be it right here. And then he didn't look like that. You got what I'm saying? He just didn't look like he was there to fight. He was there to box, but he wasn't there to fight. It was like, yo, why are you changing? Why are you looking all crazy? And then he got dropped by Shawn Porter. Right? I mean, he got dropped by Terence Crawford. So boom, he got dropped by Crawford. And then what's the first thing this dude start doing is punching on the canvas. I'm like, yo, what the heck? Why is this guy acting this way? I have never seen Porter acting this way. I'm like, dude, you outboxing Crawford. Why are you acting like this? He punching on the ground like, dude, boxing is won round by round. He was up on the scorecards from my memory. He was up on the scorecards. Boxing is won round by round. And then eventually, so then he got knocked down again. Father Kenny Porter steps in, throwing the towel when he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It looked really crazy. So it was like, yo, dude, you didn't box how, you didn't make it no dog fight like you normally make it a dog fight. You was outboxing Bud Crawford, and then your father step in the ring and throw in the towel. It looked so crazy and looked so weird. But Shawn Porter was outboxing Terence Bud Crawford by a lot of people's standard. He was up on the scorecards, right? Kell Brook did a better job than Errol Spence. Porter did a better job against Crawford than Errol Spence. So when Errol Spence fights Terence Bud Crawford in the first round, which was a kind of fill-out round, some people or a lot of people are edging, and the judges edged it to Errol Spence. So now from round 2 to until the round was stopped, Errol Spence magically didn't have no power. No, he caught Crawford with a shot on the side of the head. It had no impact at all. It had no impact. So it was just so weird. So my question is, why did Kell Brook and Shawn Porter do a better job at boxing Terence Crawford than Errol Spence Jr.? Yorkis Gamboa did a better job at boxing Terence Crawford. One-legged Benavidez did a better job of fighting Bud Crawford than Errol Spence. So everybody did a good job at fighting Crawford, except the guy who been breaking faces and dominating and bulldozing fighters. Make it make sense. I don't understand why. Now, I know styles make fights, right? Styles make fights. I get that. So why would... I don't understand why Porter would do a better job against Crawford than Spence. Or why would Brooks do a better... Like, look at the fights. Go back and watch the fights. If you go back and watch the fights, look at their style. And then look at Spence's style. I'm just saying, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Now, it's just weird. It's just weird. Now what I'm saying to you right now is what everybody is talking about on Facebook right now. So I had to jump on and talk about, look, that is the major discussion. Everybody is fussing about these things right now on Facebook and right now on Instagram, man. People are going and Twitter. They going to war right now. You got what I'm saying? Like, people are crazy right now. People are mad. You got what I'm saying? Listen, Bud Crawford became a champion at 135. He moved up, became undisputed at 140. He moved up and became undisputed at 147. And he bulldozed and walked through every shot that Errol Spence Jr. had. Now, mind you, he had never walked through everybody. He didn't walk through. Gamboa hurt him. Mean Machine hurt him. Shawn Porter was outboxing him. Kell Brook made it very competitive. So many different individuals made it competitive, but Errol Spence Jr., a person who has a record for running over bigger, stronger guys, he just couldn't do that with Crawford. You got what I'm saying? Now, as people get older, this is my rationale. As boxers get older, they gain weight. That's the reason why Crawford could transition from 135 to 140 comfortably, become a champion, undisputed, and then transition and move up in weight at 147 and become undisputed. Because as you get older, your body naturally puts on more weight because of gravity, because of biology, and blah, 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 all these other scientific stuff. Now, I'm an 8th grade dropout, so, hey, I'm just saying, I ain't the biology specialist. I ain't a bodyologist or whatever you call people who know the body. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the natural progression of gaining weight is more natural for Bud Crawford because he started at a lower weight. And as you get older, you get heavier. That's the only rationale that I can say. You know what I'm saying? That's the rationale behind going up in weight and being massively comfortable. Now, the cherry on top of all of that is that Terence Bud Crawford is a generational talent. He's a generational talent. He is a phenom. He is a individual that, what did they say on social media? He's a person that rises to the level of his competition. You know, that's what is said right now on social media, that he rose to the level of his competition. And that's the reason why when Errol Spence Jr. hit him, then he didn't have any power. It wasn't that he was weight drained. It's just that Terence Bud Crawford rose to the skill of his competition, and he was stronger. That's what's said on social media right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you believe he rose, to the level of his competition to exceed his competition? You can't deny that he was a bad boy. He jumped from 135 to 40, undisputed, 40 to 47, undisputed. Now he might go up to 54. Come on, man. As you get older, you put on weight. That's just how it is. So I'm just saying, and he's just great. Can that be it? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But social media is going wild right now. They talking about Kell Brook. They talking about Shawn Porter. And they just looking through every aspect. Look, man, Bud Crawford, hate it or love it, man. Hey, he did what he did with no excuses. Errol Spence Jr. made no excuse on his loss. You got what I'm saying? He said, hey, the better man won. Hey, let's run it back. What can you say? You got to respect it. Man, shouts out to Kell Brook. Man, shouts out to Shawn Porter, Errol Spence Jr., Terence Bud Crawford. I think those are the individuals that I named. Hey, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Power Grind Boxing, courtesy of Power Grind Sports. Hey, man, it is what it is. Stay on the grind.